Chase Briscoe, driver of the number 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, third career win, first with his new team, JGR. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's, yeah, I don't know if it's really sunk in. I was just waiting to run out of fuel, truthfully.
You won.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, just a great day for, obviously, you know, the entire Joe Gibbs race team, right, to at least for the 19 team, to finally get in victory lane. It's been a couple years. So, yeah, just finally felt like we executed one today. And when we did that, we obviously were in the mix. So, yeah, I still, like I said, can't believe it because I was just waiting to run out of fuel at any moment.
I think we all were. You're going to have to explain that to me because we covered this as well as we could. We're listening to the radio, watching your telemetry, the throttle. You slowed down. You lift more, but you're going just as fast or faster.
Yeah.
Your lap times all the way up to the end of the race were top 3, top 5 lap times. How do you save fuel, run, you know, be able to stretch the fuel and use less throttle but still be able to run the speed?
Yeah, to be honest with you, that's the first time I've ever really even been in that situation before. But, yeah, my dad tells me all the time, he's like, you're over-driving. If you would just slow down, you would go faster. So I felt like I learned something today. So, yeah, it was crazy, especially whenever, you know, Denny's right behind you. Like, the pressure is on to just continue to push. But, yeah, the slower I kept going, the faster I kept going. So, yeah, it was definitely pretty neat.
Chase, 2 to go here. You got that big old white P in your mirror hunting you down, 7 wins here. What thoughts are going through your mind as you're like, please, God, let's have some fuel to make it to the end?
Yeah, I knew that I was saving quite a bit. Like, even when we did the pit stop, I knew that I screwed up and went too early, so I instantly started saving fuel. But the hard part was I didn't want Denny to get within, you know, 3 or 4 car lengths, and I was having to lift so early that I didn't want him to, like, be able to get me aero tight or anything. So it just kind of worked out. You know, Denny was tight, I guess, in traffic all day, and tires were starting to wear out. So, yeah, it just worked out in our favor. It was crazy how much clean air met today, too. So, yeah, just everything went perfect for us today.
And getting to talk to you in Mexico City, it was the first time I heard your story about really just fighting and clawing your way up into this sport. Getting to hang out last night with you and your dad at the go-kart track. I'm just curious, this season the pressure has mounted. How did you use those skills, that hardship early in your career to stay focused and do what you need to do today?
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, for me growing up, like every opportunity you had to prove yourself, right? And it's the same, especially now more than ever at a Joe Gibbs racing car. Like when you come there, you are expected to win. And I remember literally when I was doing my contract, they said out of 40 playoff attempts, we've made it 38 times.
Whoa.
You better make the playoffs. So the last couple weeks, I've been getting more and more nervous, right? More guys have been winning, we haven't been winning. And my wife was like, what's the matter? I was like, I have to win or I'm going to lose my job. So it's nice to finally just get the monkey off our back. I feel like we've had speed all year. We just haven't been able to execute. We just today finally executed. And when we did that, we obviously were in position.
And you did it with a 7-time winner, chasing, you know, breathing down your neck, having to save fuel is very impressive.
Yeah, and especially when it's your teammate, right? Like you don't want to lose to your teammate, especially. So, yeah, you throw in all the variables that we had today with Denny obviously being the greatest of all time here. And then obviously trying to get my first win for JGR. It was just an amazing day for sure. When
you think about the pressure to win and obviously the relief to be able to do that today, then you look forward to the 9 races we have before the playoffs. Going 5 of those races, 3 road courses, Daytona, Atlanta, those are wild card races to me. Did you even see an opportunity for you to get that job done? Or is there a race coming up in those 9 races where you get that second win?
Yeah, I mean, for us, I feel like everywhere we've gone, honestly, with the exception of Darlington this year, we've had speed good enough to win. We just haven't put it all together. So, yeah, I'm glad that we won. With all the races coming up, there can be a lot of winners, and you could easily miss the playoffs, even if you're really high up in points. So, yeah, I'm definitely glad the monkey's off our back, especially Danielle. It was like my MJ moment. I felt like I had to use it for motivation. So, yeah, it was cool to finally get a win and certainly a relief for sure.
And talk about not only does a win change the 19 season, like talk about the elation it is just to win a cup race, because that's only your 3rd career cup race.
Yeah.
It's a big freaking deal, man, and how hard it is.
I will say this is the weirdest one I've had. Like, I've only had 3, right? But out of all 3, this one still just does not hit me at all because I was fully expecting to run out of fuel. And even during the day, there was many points where I was just buried in 20th, and I felt like I was going to run 20th. So, yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. We got very lucky with the caution when it came out. But, yeah, just super happy for the 19 team. You know, this team is not – I don't think it's been 2 years since they've won. And, you know, for them to be able to come in and now win, and I just think the confidence that this will build in our race team will be huge, and hopefully we can just continue to build that momentum.
You know, when Dale won yesterday with Connor Zilic, we saw him holding hands with each one of his girls by his side. What a special family moment for you, Dale. You're the father of 3 children, 2 very young twins. What does this mean to you, Marissa, and your entire family?
Yeah, I wish they were here. I normally I'm always super emotional and I like cry in victory lane and stuff. And I will say I was really good this time, except for when Brooks was on the phone with me, my oldest son. He was like, "Daddy, you won. You did the big burnout," and that sucks, right? When they're not here to celebrate that with you. But yeah, it's going to be fun to go home, bring the big trophy. He's all about the outdoors, so the big eagle on it. He's going to be super pumped about. I'm sure he'll break it thinking it's a toy, but yeah, it's going to be fun to go home. He's at the age now where he's almost 4, so he kind of is understanding what's going on, and yeah, I'm excited to get home to them.
Chase, your family's not here to celebrate with you, but your prime family's here to celebrate with you this week, Danielle. What do we got for them?
Well, we're going to have our toast coming up in just a moment. Chase, we can't wait to have you a part of our winning tradition here. And there is a style to this. If you want some pointers, Dale Tanhart, a parody account on social media, take a look at what he thinks our styles are drinking every week. Little sip from Core.
Carl smelling
that
it.
is me. Like, I'm not sure.
Dale just chugs the whole damn thing. Dale, what's up with the tap? He even picked up with the desk tap.
That's like a good luck get. Like it's bad luck if you don't.
You gotta
cheers and you set it down, drink it.
Okay, we're going to bring some celebrities up
special delivery
for our celebratory toast. Let's bring up Fitz and Whit back from our TNF crew.
Hey, let's pass them down. Pass them down.
Wow.
Chase Briscoe, he's going to wash down this win with a nice ice-cold Coca-Cola. The rest of us have a nice frothy ice-cold beer beverage. All right, boys, you ready?
Hey, what about everybody else behind us here?
And to the fans.
Pocono.
Y'all are the best.
Let's drink one to Chase.
Cheers to Chase Briscoe and the best fans in sports, guys. Ready?
Hey, cheers.
Table tap. Dale says you got to do the table
you
tap.
gotta do the tap.
Hey, you got to put it down.
Table tap. Table tap. All right. All right, more. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Got professionals.
Wait. Just slam that thing like Roman Reigns from the top rope. More with Fitz and Whit coming up in just a moment. Corey, I'm going to hand it over to you for the burnout board.
Well, we know we got to do beers and we got to do burnouts. Bring up the board. Where are we at?
All right.
Burnout was very impressive. I was certain you were going to run out of fuel. What did you say? A battle between Sunoco and Goodyear?
Well, I love this. Every time we're on the in-car of a winner, I can see you cranking the front brake in. I'm like, here we go.
I wanted to do a burnout down the whole straightaway, and I started kind of like losing it, and I just spun it out.
You got to go. Once the back starts going, you just got to kind of turn it into donuts at that point.
It looked good to me.
I appreciate it. I was waiting to definitely run.
Hey, here we go. I can't believe you had enough gas, but you had enough gas to burn it down, Chase. What gear is this?
I got right here is second. I tried in first, and I wasn't getting any smoke, so I went to second, and then right around here, I pulled third.
And you started blowing some rubber chunks off that unit.
Back in ARCA, Will Kimmel told me, you got to get that thing the highest gear you can get it in, so I just started doing that.
Well, I think everybody enjoyed it. There were burning parts everywhere. And then at one point, what were you thinking? Could you feel the tires coming apart here?
Yeah, I've never really blown the tires out before, so I was like, just go for it.
Win in Rome, right?
Yeah,
all right,
might as well.
Here we go. We got to rate this thing. Carl, did you write a score down?
Oh, I did not. Let me get on this here.
All right, we've had some great burnouts over our 5-race tenure, Dale. The last one you gave an 11. What we got? I went 9-0.
9-2 right here.
9-1.
That's not bad.
9-9. I believe we're somewhere. I'm not great at math. Where's Retard at? We're probably around a 9-5. That's good.
Chase, you want to rate
Chase, you can bump up your average.
They're all good to me. So, yeah, if you're doing a burnout, it's a good day, so it's a 10.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we're going to go 9-8.
Humble brag.
Okay.
I went 9-1 because it's 19 inverted. So that's how I kind of came up with that.
I thought about it, but it wasn't enough. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It was a good burnout. It was really strong.
Well, you know, it's funny. You drove the 19 and you gave him a 9-9.
Yeah.
Well, Chase, I'm so happy, buddy, that you wrapped up our prime burnout section.
Yes.
Congratulations again. We've had a couple great ones. We had Shane Van Gisbergen in Mexico.
SPG's hard to top.
I got to build the suspense.
He didn't have enough fuel. That was the problem.
That was the difference. And unfortunately, you were that low on fuel. I got to put you right underneath Shane Van Gisbergen, 9.8. But hell of a segment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Chase, for delivering. What'd y'all think about Chase Briscoe's today?
Chase Briscoe wants the Indiana Pacers to follow suit and win Game 7 tonight in the NBA Finals. I know you've been checking the score, so we'll see if your boys can close it out.
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool day if the Pacers can end up winning the NBA Finals. So,
I think you're the good luck charm. Chase Briscoe, your winner from Pocono. We'll be back with more NASCAR Live from Victory Lane.